Uh, Good morning, everyone. And today we are going to talk about the leadership and communism. In present world, there are some challenges of implementation the communism and communist way communism into the practice. Right. Let us talk about in 7 ways, 7 concepts. Right. Let's start. Uh, Actually, when it comes to the economic inefficiency, communism is not related, not based on the market strategies and the market economy. It's a state government economy, and you cannot have, we cannot have the business and entrepreneurship under the communist rule, right? So everybody is equalism. It is under the bureaucracy and the centralization, not the privatization. Not I'm not talking about against the communism or against the capitalism or against the bureaucracy, but bureaucracy and the centralization is one of the best method to implementing the communism into the practice, and as well as it is when it comes to the at the end, when it comes to the end, communism is one of the best way to develop an economy. It is one of the best way, and it is the only way to develop the economy in better and better practices, right? And when we talk about the human nature and the incentives, human nature and the incentives, you can see drama, theater, literature, fictions, a lot of things. Under communism rule, it is being written, right? So if you talk about the Soviet Russia before, it is the best, one of the best way to learn, and under the communism rule, the human nature and incentives, it's in a higher stage, right? Economic inefficiency also is there, but economic inefficiency you can divert into the efficiency way, right? But bureaucracy and the centralization, even though if it's a challenge to implement the communism, I think bureaucracy and the centralization must be need any country to develop. That's my personal opinion. And human nature and incentives, when it comes to the human nature and incentives also, it plays a key role under some consequences, right? And innovation and the creativity, when it comes to the innovation and the creativity, it is also a challenge, but innovation has to be done by the government, and creativity have to be done by the government. And this kind of people, you have to create a proper platform to this kind of people, innovative and scientists, innovations and scientists and the creative entrepreneurs, to the government, and get them done the job, right? And equality should be equal. Communism, implementing the communism is one of a challenge, is a equality was. And equality was actually, whatever we say, equality must be in place. If you are not in place the equality, there is no way to talk about the communism. Should be, that is a challenge. Even though it's a challenge, we have to get rid of it, and we have to you can say we have to we should win that. We should win that equality. Most of the people, they don't like to see everybody as equal, right? Because the caste issues, poor and the gap between the poor and the rich and the poor, and south and the north and the south likewise, okay? And political repression. Political repression, even though if it is a challenge, we have to we should win the political repression, right? And also transition challenges. transition challenges. However, we should have a economy and platform environment to make the transition challenges. Whatever. Now I would say you in Sri Lanka and in the world, for example, we are being controlled by the materialism. Okay, we are being controlled by the technology. Our life, we are being forced by the multinational company and the market economy to buy this, to buy A, B, C, D products. We are not, we cannot decide even our life, even our thoughts, even our everything without AI technology and without this technology and without social media and without this phone and all those IT and all these stuffs, all these gadgets, because we have been addicted to that. So this is also implementation of the communism into the practice and into the political scenario. This would be also play a great impact, and we have to be seen everything as a I would say as a not as a challenge, but as a blessing, as a blessing, as a supportive, and as a plus. We have to see as a plus points. So otherwise, it will be very difficult to anyone to understand about the communism. So if you, most of the people, they have fear about the for the communism, and far right groups, right? They have fears about the communism because you have nothing to be fear. And when you apply those theories in a proper manner, in a well-disciplined manner, and very modern manner, modern communism, because time is changing, every time you cannot see through the things which is happening in the 18th century and which is happening in the 21st century, because it is 3 centuries, more than 300 years or 250 years already has gone. So when it comes to the bureaucracy and centralization as well, even though if it comes to the political repression, even though what we are gaining our experience and our political repression, we have to make it and we have to adjust it into a plus way. That's the best way to arrange everything and go through on a proper way. I think economic efficiency is the most important thing, and economic efficiency should be and find out better solution like inefficiency make into efficiency, right? So there are some theories, there are some methods. It should be effectiveness, and you should make a clear picture to the humans and the public society, general society, that we are in a brick of a modern era. So we don't have to be suffer. All the political parties, all the politicians so far who has come to the becoming into the power, who has looted our country and who had abandoned our country, and who is being pirated, who has been pirated. They are pirates. All of them were pirates. So we are, as of now, Sri Lanka, our country. If you come and discuss about Sri Lankan situation, my country's situation, we would have been understood these things about 40 years, 35 years ago. But unfortunately, United National Party government in early 80s to mid 70s to early 90s, first quarter of the 90s, they have destroyed the country, and they destroyed especially our youths and thoughts. They killed our youths and genocide, like ethnic cleansing. It's kind of ethnic cleansing, ideologically ethnic cleansing, I would say. Our society, our country was dragging off drive to the last century. into another 100 to 300 years. Many universities were closed, shutdowns, and many people were murdered, especially in 1983, also Black July, July the 23rd, which has happened in Sri Lanka. Actually, that was also in a tragic moment to our country. Almost 40 years to our country gone down and destroyed our country. It's been more than 500,000, half a million people lost their lives. Actually, they ran away to India and other places in the world. So most of the people left from Sri Lanka. Most of the great brains and everybody has left in our country. So this is very sad moment to our country. So that's what has happened actually. So it should not be happen again. We always pray for that, and we pray that these changes should be happen and should be done as soon as possible into our country. If we were successful to make these changes, whatever the challenges, even though if it is challenges, so I think we will be we can win, and we can give some kind of big backup to our country to its development and sustainable development and economical development to go on through. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoy, and we will see another great video. Bye bye. Good Sarana.